Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is a review for the Queens of R&B. This is the SWV and Xscape reality show. Got a mashup reality show. This episode 1. We're gonna be back and back and back and back again because this one got off to a great start. So we go back to the 90s when all the groups started with SWV. You know, they shared their issues. They were early on with them. Coco was like, I hated them and they hated me. I feel like you still don't really like them like that, but that's neither here nor there. They broke up in 99. But realized after they broke up that they were better together. Like they really made more money together. Because I feel like that's when Coco went and did her gospel career. I think that's what she did. Either way, it wasn't working. They needed to be SWV. Back over there with Xscape, in 2017, they say somebody, allegedly it was Carlos King, that tried to steal their life story. And that's how they kind of, got back in communication with one another. Then they did the verses with SWV. And that's how this whole little collaboration, that's how it started. 2 months earlier in Atlanta, Candy, she working on the legs, hips and thighs, body remix. I'm like, this lady gonna capitalize off everything, okay? Listen, you try to come for her with any little situation, with whatever it is. Y'all done drudged up this song. She's like, oh, I forgot about that. Let me go ahead and make that a remix. Get some coin off of it. Listen, you're smart. You smart. Tiny and Tamika, they dropped by too. And now we got to get into the mess about what's going on. Tamika, she, the beef, that happened between Candy and Tamika and all of that. Candy, was right. She's justified in her anger. She really was, because Tamika was out there doing interviews telling the masses that she was sleeping with Jermaine Dupri and sleeping with everybody. Talking about that's just what she does. Just really dragging the lady. But they have healed since then. Tamika said, we are in a new season. We are no longer there. Please don't ask me about that. Let's move on. We won't even do that no more. Excuse me. As for Tamika and Tasha, they haven't been speaking as of lately. Candy and Tamika were locked out of their dressing room, and Tasha and Tiny, they were good in their trailers. They done went and got dressed and all of that, and then head on out. So basically, Tasha she was worried about herself, not worried about her group mates, and not even her sister. Like, just it was unprofessional, and it wasn't group etiquette, I guess. And Tiny is like, Tasha really mad about being body shamed in the text. Because you say if you had an ass to kiss. Tamika and Candy, they read the text for the class in their confessional. Tiny is hilarious. Tiny's hilarious. SWV, they have been touring. They're in a rehearsal right now, and their manager brings up the idea of coming together, to do a show with Xscape. They're down. They seem a little, I don't know. They have a disposition as well. They just don't say it, all but Taj, because Taj is like, why do I feel like we about to walk into some mess? They already know. Them some messy girls over there. I don't know. Do we really want to work with them? That's the kind of attitude they got, I guess, child. I don't know. Sisterhood, right? Tasha's husband and son are outside playing basketball. Apparently her son has NBA aspirations. Tasha tells us how she met her husband back in the day. Candy actually introduced the two of them. She dropped her current boyfriend at the time for Rocky, and they've been down 27 years ever since. she shares with them the news about touring. You know, she's like, things got to be right. You know, the energy has to be right. You know, me and my sister, she always talks like this, like, so, you know, like she's so centered, and she's not. It's all an act, because you are the most toxic out of the group. And so I don't know why you always giving this, like you are the well-mannered, you know, meek and mild, centered, zenned out member of the group. And you just have to have your energy right, because you're not doing it if it's not right. Girl, please. Please, Tasha, girl, please. Please. Over at Tiny's house, she making smoothies with the kids. It's live over there, okay? They be having everybody over there. I mean, everybody. Everybody. Her life has pretty much been housewife. But she's talented, you know, and she got something to offer. So she say, I ain't ready to sit down. I'm gonna work. Tamika's also married with children. And these folk got grown kids. I think, yeah, Tamika's daughter 28. I was like, damn. She shares what's been going on, you know, with the group or whatever, that she and her sister, again, it was a lot of, me and Tasha got to get it together. Me and Tasha got to get it together, because we want to do this, but me and Tasha. Tasha, the common denominator. When they do meet, Taj and Tiny, whatever, the rest of the ladies, they meet to talk about the collaboration. Taj, she says they're the big sisters because they came out 2 years before them. I said, just 2 years? Y'all really peers, and y'all need to stop trying to play mentor. Like, yes, you are older, but you got started older. Like, they were teenagers. But, I mean, I guess. I guess. Anyway, they, you know, start up the conversation, and Taj notices that Tasha's sitting over there not really engaging, because Tamika got all the ideas. And, you know, she asks her what's wrong, and she just says, you know, I'm not really excited about it. Everybody's like, what now, girl? She came into the room with all of that. She barely spoke to Candy. Candy said they ain't never really been cool, because she's always been jealous of you, Candy. We can go on and just say that. Listen, it's green every time she see you. It's green every time she see you. She makes it awkward. It's like, girl, go home. If you gonna come here on that, go home. I'm with Lily. Lily, like, y'all, it's time to just grow the fuck up. That's what time it is. It's time to grow up. And like, we went through this early on in our 20s. You know, like, let's cut the shit and get to the checks. That's their bottom line, cause what's face Coco is like, I mean, we don't talk, but we come together to make some money. We know how to do the work. We know how to get on stage and do our job. Y'all gonna have to get to that, you know, like, because otherwise I don't see it working out. I just don't see it happening. SWV, they headed to South Africa anyway, you know, so when we get back, hopefully they got y'all ducks in a row. They perform at a private birthday party. Listen, birthday party was packed out. It was packed out. So it was for somebody, you know, well off for sure, because they talking about it was a 6-figure paying kind of gig. Back in Atlanta, Candy and Todd, they making pizza with the kids, and Todd asked how the meeting went, of course. And whereas it used to be Candy and Tasha at odds, now it's Tamika and Tasha, so they gonna have to get it together. Ty say, maybe y'all should go to group therapy. Tasha and Tamika, they go and visit their mother. Tamika, she brought her daughter with her as well. 2 days ago, Mama called and said, you know, you need to come over here so y'all can talk. She demands that they have a conversation. Tamika says that Tasha's her favorite. It's obvious. And I think it's because Tasha was the overweight kid, you know. So you got to give the overweight kid the extra attention, the extra love, because they might be getting beat down, you know, outside the house. But Mama, you can't uplift one and then tear down the other. You can't make the other one feel neglected and like they are not loved. or that you love them less than their sibling. You drop the ball, mama, on that. Because ain't no way in the world at this big ass age she should still be feeling that way and still be dealing with those childhood traumas. Anyway, mama want to understand, you know, like, why would you send a group text out like that? And Tamika's like, cause they just left me at the gig. That's why. I was upset. Tamika gets up and she imitates for the class what really went down and what Beyonce did. What Beyonce, LaTasha Scott did. And Tasha reiterates, you know, you body shame me. And she's like, girl, you got a flat ass. It's not like, did I lie? Did I lie? She got unresolved issues and childhood trauma from being, you know, the big girl. Girl, go get some therapy. Everything everybody say is not a direct hit or direct shot at your body or your shape. If your ass is flat, it's flat. Anyway, Tamika, she feels like their mom is always taking up for Tasha and putting them against one another and always having Tasha's side, which is obvious from what we see. And then Tamika brings up the time that y'all stole her money. She said, y'all stole my money. You and Rocky stole my money and you knew about it and didn't say nothing. Now mama want to cut the cameras. You know, she want to get out now. Apparently, Tiny's mama had called them and told them that they had some new royalties. Over $30,000 of checks they did not get over $30,000 worth of checks. Tamika didn't get. They instead went over there to Tasha and Rocky's house. And they cashed them. They were put into his account. She went back and did the research. I believe you, Tamika. I stand with you and I believe that them people stole from you. And mama knew about it and was in on it. She wanna, y'all either cut the cameras or get the fuck out. Get out or cut the cameras. Or now you want everybody to get out your house. You done let that lady steal $30,000 from your daughter. Or excuse me, let that man, because I'm sure that was Rocky's doing. Production asked her, did Rocky steal from Tamika? She gonna say, no. So she's lying? Yes. That's exactly how she answered it. She had to think. I don't understand. I don't understand. That's where the episode ended, guys. It was a good episode. You know, that ending got me there. I said, come on, Malaysian A. Baptiste. Y'all remember Malaysian A. Her name was Millie Jean. Her mama named her Millie Jean. Pop Brown named her Millie Jean. Not Pop Brown. It was Brown's brother. Y'all, she was on the Meet the Browns play. And she changed her name to Malaysian A. Baptiste. And she had that same wig on her head. Well, it was a bobbed, banged number. Malaysian A. My name is Malaysian A. Baptiste. Brown was like, Millie Jean. Your mama named you Millie Jean. I'm gonna call you Millie Jean. Anyway, that's for the Medea fans out there. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.